you can actually get a crap ton of customers, scale your company to probably $500,000 before you have to really spend on marketing. I want to tell you guys how I actually started my business and what led to the success that we've had and kind of the rules that you have to have. I started my company, my first cleaning company back in 2009. 2009, I was working for a nonprofit organization. They were going through layoffs and I ended up getting laid off. And at the time, um, I was girlfriend, wife now, and I was sharing a car. We even shared a phone. We were so broke, right? And I had to get home because she was at work. So I walked all the way home. It was like 3 miles, but it seemed like forever. And just crying the whole time and really not knowing what we're going to do next. What's the next move? Because neither of us earn a lot of money just together. So now individually, like with her making money by herself at her job, because she didn't lose her job, how are we going to do it? We had $200 in the bank account. And the question was, do we start a business or do we buy groceries? Because we needed to get groceries as well, right? And we decided that we're going to start this business. So we started doing research. What's a business that you can start? Low barrier of entry that doesn't require much, and we can start it immediately. And we decided that the cleaning company was the best way to go. So we started this cleaning business, and what do? We go into the dollar store and we buy $200 worth of cleaning product. That's how we decided to spend our money. We posted an ad on Craigslist. And at the time, I was making like $10 an hour. So that's what I believe my time was worth. That's what my time is worth. So we're gonna charge for 3 hour cleaning, we're gonna charge $30. That's how we're gonna get customers. We're gonna be the cheapest people. So 3 hours of cleaning for $30 any house, right? Not realizing that if she's cleaning with me, that's technically 6 labor hours. That's technically $5 an hour we're earning. But that's not how my mind was thinking. That business failed horribly, but I knew something was there. I always knew something was there, and I really wanted to reestablish this company. Fast forward 2014, I'm deployed and I'm coming back home. I'm like, I gotta do something. So I start planning everything. And I said, there was something there with the cleaning company. We said it for years afterwards, after we closed down the business, that there's something there with the cleaning industry and we have to capitalize on that. So I started planning. I downloaded the McDonald's manual to look at systems and processes and how those things work. We started this company. We started the company that we have now. And that was, we were open for business on January 1st of 2015. Technically, December 29th, the Ragu Ramen, our first customer. So December 29th of 2014, we opened up and we had our first $1 million. It was 2019. And then COVID hit, we went down, and then we skyrocketed in 2020, 2021 because a rising tide raises all ships and every company was booming. The ones that didn't close down started booming afterwards in the cleaning space, especially. So that's how we kind of got started. So when you're getting started, these key things that you need to consider are this. You need to leverage all the time, kind of rules of business. You need to leverage time, your time, other people's time, money, and people. Leverage time, money, and people. Because what we did wrong with our first cleaning company, we went into it and we were cleaning all the time. And we never had time to work on our business because we were always working in our business. And that really stopped us. That really hindered us from growing. We were 18 years old, 18 years old. Yeah. The second time around, we said, look, we're going to do this and we're going to do it with people. We might clean in the beginning, but our goal is to fire ourselves from every position as soon as possible. So we were able to really multiply ourselves by creating these systems where somebody could follow. Remember, I said I looked at the McDonald's SOP book or training book because I wanted to understand how a system worked in a business ecosystem. So you got to leverage time, money, and people. You may not have money, you may not have people. You can scale by just having just your time without money and without people. And I'll talk about that in another video, how you can actually get a crap ton of customers, scale your company to probably $500,000 before you have to really spend on marketing. I'm big on spending on marketing to scale rapidly, but you can really get your company pretty large before that. So the other thing is if you have time and you have money, you may not have people, right? So you have that time that you can spend on building your company. And if you have the money to invest, you can hire people in order to do the cleaning. Or maybe you're good at cleaning and you need somebody who's better at the business side. Now, I really believe that you should master the task before you fire yourself. So it's really important to have an understanding of that, of what it is that you're requiring, because when you're auditing what they're doing, it's paramount that you have an understanding of what it is. At different levels, you start hiring higher executives and they come with a set skill set. And obviously you want to hire people that are smarter than you. So you're not going to know everything, but in the beginning, it's important to know the fundamentals of really what makes your business operate, because the fundamentals are key. The fundamentals are everything, because you can't just go from this right here at 0 to 10 million without having key strategies, fundamentals in place. And when the fundamentals start breaking down and your company starts experiencing some issues, you have to ask yourself, are these growth related issues, or did we stop doing something that we were doing very well before that was contributing to success of our organization? Those are things that you really need to ask yourself. So that's key. Rules for growing a business. You got to leverage time, money, and people, right? And so now let's go to the scenario where you have time and you have people. Let's say you're starting with family. You have all you guys, but you don't have money. That's not a problem. You can scale your company. And actually, by having all those people, that's more people that can actually share the word. When we actually started our company, we were going door to door. It was me, my 2 youngest sisters, and my little brother. And we took a van. We drove to the wealthiest area in our town. And we started with flyers, going door to door and introducing ourselves. And I was introducing myself. Hey, this is my company. Here's what we're doing. We're new. And I really used the fact that I was a military vet to build that trust, because they're going into people's homes, right? So people want to make sure that, hey, who are you? Who are you coming to my house? Like, why is this person knocking in my house? You got a male knocking on your door to clean, you know? So it looks a little more suspect. But we didn't have any problems. People let us in. Some people took flyers, and we eventually ended up getting some calls. Now, if I had more people doing that, we probably could have leveraged that door to door for a very long time. We could have leveraged it for a very long time and have massive outreach. So things to consider, right? Time, money, and people. What's another thing for growing your company? Mindset is important here for growing your company. It is a fundamental rule. And, what I find is that when I go to these conferences or when I'm speaking, I am giving people advice on what to do. And they say, it's a great idea. I love it. Hey, thank you for sharing that, Olu, but it works for you. It won't work for me. It works in your market. It won't work in my market. And you hear that constantly. And it's this mindset of, nothing I do is going to work. They're just afraid to try. So you need to have that mindset. You need to be willing to test things. That's a fundamental rule for growing a company. You need to be able to test. I remember I can't remember his name, NASA scientist, a business owner. They were talking. And one of the things that he said as a scientist, it was all about testing. It was testing and testing rapidly and testing often. And how he would have 2 companies going at the same time and run these 60 to 90-day tests. And whatever was producing the most, he would keep that and scrap the other one. And it was like this testing iteration to see how fast you can scale and what was the most profitable company to scale in. So as a business owner, maybe we don't have the millions to do these kind of testings and the people to do these kind of testings at a high level, but we have to be willing to test new things. The worst thing we could do is get stuck into our mindset of it's like this, it's always going to be like this, or else we're going to end up like Blockbuster when they had the opportunity to purchase Netflix. And we have to be willing to test new ideas. It doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter where they're from. It doesn't matter how successful that company is or how unsuccessful it is. You can learn something from everyone. You can learn something from everyone. Leveraging time, money, people, being willing to listen and adopt new ideas, and being willing to be an active participant in your success by investing in yourself and in your business. You have to be willing to invest in yourself by getting the books, going to the right seminars, meeting the right coaches, interacting with people. You're investing your time because right now you may not have the money, but you have the time. You're investing your time into getting the knowledge that you need to grow your company, okay? So I'm not going to beat that on the head too much. All right, take care, stay blessed.